Later today, we'll keep you updated. Let's return it now to Warren Pierce.
You're listening to The Warren Pierce Show on News Talk 760 WJR.
Up in the morning and out to school. The teacher is teaching the golden rule. American history and practical math. You study them hard and hoping to pass.
I know you think I'm a little nuts here, but it's that time of the year and has been for the past couple of weeks for commercials to pop up for back-to-school items, whether it's school supplies or clothing. Interestingly, Catherine Leslie was playing that report that Ken Rogalski did during the newscast about how the Ford Motor Company breaking its brand-new Explorer vehicle on Monday. They slowly but has surely been releasing glimpses and shots of the Explorer on Facebook. That may very well be the new trend in marketing. Show and tell shopping, these videos posted by teens on YouTube, is the latest. JCPenney, what was it, last week or so, one of the nation's largest retailers, and we like to keep you on top of what's happening. And this is hot, folks. They announced plans to turn a handful of these look what I got at the store teen videos known as hauls. They're spelled like U-Haul, H-A-U-L-S, into core components to its back-to-school marketing. Forget about advertising on TV, radio, newspapers. JCPenney joining several teen-oriented retailers. And where was I with my 13-year-old last week? Forever 21, American Eagle. They are all involved in exploring the use of hauls this fall to go for a bigger share of, are you ready for this, the $50 billion amount spent on back-to-school and back-to-college goods. Here's an example of what these companies are doing. They're somehow, some way hiring these teens, and then they, in turn, make a video. They put it on YouTube in hopes of getting their friends to buy the products that they already purchased.
All right, guys, I am so excited. Oh, my God. I have a haul for you guys. It's my Forever 21 haul that I purchased online. If you guys follow my blog, I already put pictures of everything. Like the day that I purchased it, I just put the pictures up. But
this is the newest way to market products, whether it's back-to-school clothing, whether it's cars. And we've got a couple of experts on our direct phone line now. The social media director at the consulting firm of Sphere Trending out in Waterford, Michigan, Mandy Menkwitz. Good morning to you. I don't know if you know Mike Bernanke. He's an old friend of ours here. He's the marketing professor at U of D Mercy. Have the two of you ever crossed paths, Mandy?
No, I don't believe so.
Well,
hi, Mandy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thanks.
All right. First of all, Mandy, give us your take on this concept. And we should quickly point out, and you'll correct me if I'm wrong, companies like JCPenney are paying these kids a certain amount of money to go out and shop for their products at their stores and lead them possibly to believe that they shopped on their own as opposed to getting paid to buy the products.
Absolutely. And, you know, the FTC had a ruling in December of 2008 that said they're supposed to disclose when they've been paid or given merchandise for free. And some of them do a great job of doing that. And I think JCPenney's has done a great job of making sure that it is a transparent process. The girls have been told to go ahead and tell the, you know, people that will be watching the videos, you know, make sure to disclose that JCPenney's, you know, gave us a gift card. And they did not, JCPenney's did not edit any of their videos. So whatever they decided to say, JCPenney's went ahead and posted, which is great. But it is, I do expect the credibility of these hauls to eventually diminish because, you know, a year ago, really, retailers and manufacturers weren't capitalizing on these girls and these videos. But now, as we're finding that, you know, JCPenney's is approaching these girls, and, for example, the store Marshalls recently gave a vlogger, Elle Fowler, $450 to decorate a dorm room last week, and it already has almost 350,000 views. And she does disclose that Marshalls gave her the money, and she shows what she purchased. So eventually it will really become part of a traditional advertising, and teens will move on to the next best thing.
Right. Mike Bernanke, you're going to incorporate this in maybe a study plan for your students at U of D Mercy this coming fall?
Well, you know what's happened, Warren? I mean, this is part of the mix today. We've gone from offline, as you said, the conventional media, to online, and of course now the social media is the new hot wave, and not only just the social media, but also engaging consumers in the experience. And this is, a throwback to what we call experiential shopping, and the idea of getting excited about what's going on, of course, and paying our shoppers in order to do it, and not editing the videos. I think that's wonderful, but this is another way to introduce products and to get the marketplace, excited. This is really a drilling down deeper into the experience. And sometimes, though, you could say, be careful what you ask for, because it ain't always going to be positive.
Well, the bottom line here, Mike and Mandy, has to be, are these videos, are these so-called hauls translating into sales? Does anyone know that at this point, Mandy?
Well, it's really hard to measure the ROI on something like this. You can measure...
The what? Wait, what were those initials?
I'm sorry, return on investment. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I like that. You know that those letters, Mike?
Yeah, absolutely. We discuss them all the time. That's what it's all about. What is the return on the investment, on the spend that you're making in the marketplace?
All right, so how are the ROIs doing, Mandy?
Well, it's a challenge to monitor social media in that you can look at how many views a video had, or how many comments a Facebook post might have had, or a blog post might have had. And it's really tough to tie that to sales unless there is a specific coupon code attached or a deal attached. I think for JCPenney's right now, they're getting a tremendous amount of buzz for their videos, and the girls that they've featured have been on shows like Good Morning America talking about this process. So the press that they're receiving is probably priceless. But as far as ROI, I think that's going to be a real challenge for them to manage. It's tough to tie a dollar amount to that.
Not only that, Mike Bernanke, but I've seen stories where there has been a surge in the social media, whether it's YouTube, these young back-to-schoolers showing off what they got from the various stores they shopped at, whether it was on their own or they got paid for, or whether it's YouTube or Twitter, or like Ford is doing with Facebook. And correct me if I'm wrong, small businesses now reflecting, in a way, a shift in how they operate and their comfort with increasingly easy-to-use technology, so they're using what has to be, less expensive ways of getting their messages out?
There's no doubt about it. The social media presents the interesting opportunity of what's hot, what do you got, or not, as it happens to be, and it really puts a level playing field out there for both big business and small business, because you can get on the social media and you can engage the consumer, and by the way, that's where it's at, engaging the consumer in this experience. And as long as you can roll out a good experience and not worry about, the problems that beset you, you're going to be very successful. And it does. It puts the big boys and the little boys and the middle boys all on the same plate, Warren.
And it's an amazing transition in marketing. Mandy Mankwitz, social media director over there at Sphere Trending in Waterford, on the line from U of D Mercy, marketing professor Mike Bernanke. We're talking about these trends that definitely are going to affect the way you go out and buy products, whether it's a new car or new jeans or anything in between. We'll continue our conversation after you listen to an...
Requires 1-year contract. Early termination fees apply. Equipment installation taxes, franchise, and phone fees extra.
You're listening to The Warren Pierce Show on News Talk 760 WJR.
Talking about the money being spent on advertising. We're zeroing in on the latest trend, and that is getting young people like my 13-year-old or my 17-year-old daughter to somehow, some way, find clothes they like, make a video, put it on YouTube, and then have their friends see what they've purchased, prompting them to go to the store where they purchased these products. And we're talking about this new trend with the social media director at the consulting firm of Sphere Trending out in Waterford, Mandy Mankwitz, and also the marketing professor at U of D Mercy, Mike Bernanke. What was the statistic I saw the other day? that we spend something like $130 billion to advertise per year. This hauling, this YouTube, this alternative media is maybe $46 million. So right now it's only a drop in the bucket. But is this where the industry is headed?
There's no doubt about it, Warren. The conventional, traditional media way of doing business known as advertising is going to a less costly model, is going to a model that engages individuals. And, the secret of this, by the way, is not so much just the social media and getting it out there, but getting consumers talking to one another. And that's always been an issue. How do we encourage that discussion? And guess what? We now have a way to do it.
And I've got to tell you, Mandy, maybe being a baby boomer, I'm in the old school. I always like to go in and be able to either kick the tires or feel the wool or whatever the product is made from. My daughters now, is this the way they are going to be shopping and influencing others in terms of what they purchase by going and showing what they've bought online?
Absolutely. I think Mike alluded to it when he said it's about the experience. I mean, this is the generation that was raised with experience product, like the iPod, experience retail, like going into Anthropology and those great, gorgeous displays.
Urban Outfitters? How about Urban Outfitters, too?
Exactly, Urban Outfitters. And now it's experience marketing. And this generation wants you to market to them in a way that they like. They say, we TiVo our TV, we don't watch commercials. We listen to satellite radio, which I know is not the best thing to say on this show. But, they're saying we do things differently, so you need to market to us differently. So we like that you approach us on YouTube in a way that we identify with and you market to us. So this really is a way to capture this 15-year-old teen who is going to the mall and buying her clothes and coming home and sharing her purchases with her girlfriends, but instead of doing it in a room, they're doing it on YouTube so that they can share it with the world. And
the products they're buying, the clothes in this case, going back to school, they're referred to as hauls. The stuff that you buy, that's a haul that you bring back, H-A-U-L.
Right. It's like a haul from the mall, instead of your purchases, you're going in and you're getting a haul. You're using your coupons and your deals and your buy one get one free shirts, and it's really truly a haul. I think some of these girls might need a U-Haul to get home from the mall.
And Mandy, Dana's found the commercial or the YouTube video that you were talking about a little while ago, revolving around a college student decorating their dorm. Let's take a look at this haul video.
Hi guys, so I'm really excited about this video. I'm going to be showing you guys how to decorate your dorm room for back to campus. I was lucky enough to go to a Marshall store. They gave me money and they told me, decorate a dorm room the way you would. So every single thing in this room was under $450 total, which is not that bad for decorating an entire room.
And right there, by the way, Mike Bernanke, she said that Marshall's gave her the money, so that's the disclaimer that you got to have, I would assume, from the FTC or whoever is overseeing these things.
It's a very honest way of approaching it. It's saying, I received the money, but here's what I did with it. And, of course, what it does, it not only allows the contact with the consumer and the product and the engagement of people, but it also almost makes everybody a possible expert. And, in the old days, we used to talk about the adoption, innovation, and diffusion cycle. Well, guess what? It still exists, and this is just a way of trying to get this word of mouth. We've always said word of mouth advertising is the most powerful advertising there is. Well, now we're able, to do it, and it has really become extraordinarily important and much, much less expensive. That's what the message is, Warren.
All right, part of a class that Mike Bernanke undoubtedly will be teaching to his students at U of D. Mercy, Mandy Mankwitz, social media director at the firm of Sphere Trading in Waterford, Michigan. You'll keep us posted on this trend as well. But more importantly, keep me posted on this ROI, because that actually is the bottom line, isn't it?
It is.
All right, talk to you soon. Have a good weekend, you two. Return on investment, 8:32 on News Talk 760 WJR.